The following program contains adult language, descriptions of fantasy violence, and a general lack of skill, talent, and quality. Audience discretion is advised.
Hello, welcome to Party of 5e, the show where a bunch of randos who originally met on Facebook get together to play some Dungeons & Dragons. And to all those folks who say that nothing good ever comes from Facebook, you're probably still correct. All right. Last time, we were just coming out of the town of LA, having experienced a dragon attack. Fleeing the city, we encountered a woman on the brink of death who didn't give you much choice in a precious little bundle of joy that turned out to be a purple-skinned dragonborn baby by the name of Haugh. So after a moment of dealing with the now dead body of the woman who bestowed this gift upon you, you all set out towards the west. You guys are currently continuing through the woods just outside of town. This part of the forest is the canopy of the forest is very thick, is very dense. All of the trees are pretty, I don't want to say uniform, but they're all the same type of tree, and they're all very, very straight trunks. And the base of the forest is very flat. You can see quite a ways away. Not a lot of heavy brush, so you could just hoof it through the entire, for a good while within the forest itself. As you all are continuing to the west, after not very long, maybe an hour or two, you start to notice that most of the other folks that were fleeing from the town have eventually started to kind of make their own way through the forest, have either made their way to the more through the main roads that lead out of the city, and others just kind of wandered through through other parts of the forest. So it's just the 5 of you heading towards the west. As you continue along the way, you eventually start to see an individual walking almost perpendicular to the direction that you are traveling. And at this point, you probably see him, I don't know, maybe a few hundred feet away as they're kind of slowly just kind of walking, again, perpendicular to your direction. I'm trying to see. Go ahead. Everyone roll me a perception check.
I would also like to shroud the baby. I'm carrying the baby,
of course.
Right?
Okay,
Shroud
yeah.
in my cape. Gonna go, what?
I got an 18.
Okay.
Okay.
So there is coverage. So you, as a drow, you wouldn't necessarily have disadvantage in this instance.
My hawk buddy got 23.
Oh, yes.
I got 11.
Okay, very good.
21.
Nice.
19.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you all are you're pretty confident that you notice him, and you start to make out some of the details as you all get closer. It based on y'all's pace, you're probably eventually going to intersect. But when you first notice him, you notice just a dark cloak, over his body. He has a walking stick and has what looks like maybe like some kind of burlap sack or something kind of chucked over his shoulder. As you get closer, you start to see more details. You see he's got very long, straight, dark hair. Maybe a pointy ear kind of poking out through the hair. And you also start to see he's got a little bit of a circlet, made out of twigs and sticks around his head. As you all get closer and closer and closer, you're about to intersect. Are you guys just going to keep walking forward, or is anyone wary about anything?
I'm following their lead.
Okay.
Kind of almost cowering behind.
Okay.
I mean, this guy's giving me vagabond vibes, so I don't really see a need to engage him.
Sure. So, you guys get closer and closer. Some more of the details start getting a little more clear to you. What you see is, so your presumptions are probably correct. You see, his boots have, there's a lot of caked on mud, and along the bottom of his cape, a lot of dried mud. So he's probably just been wandering out here for a while. As you get closer, you see he's an elven kind, right? The think of any cliche Lord of the Rings elf, and that's probably what you see. So you guys are getting closer and closer, and as you guys are basically about to meet up, he looks up at all of you, and again, you guys, because of y'all's incredible perceptions, he looks up, you see his piercing green eyes. You see, again, all the detail on his circlet. It's got little bits of moss and maybe even tiny little mushroom kind of growing into it. He looks up at all of you, and of course, get the windblown look, just like any Lord of the Rings, that beauty shot, what's it, like Liv Tyler, when you first see her, there's the glowing. He looks up at all of you, and he's just standing there and says, "Hey, how y'all doing?" Well, it's fancy seeing all you folks out of here. Where you guys coming from? You guys coming from the big city? That's funny. I've been seeing a lot of you guys out here. What brings y'all out here?
We're actually making our way west, and we're trying to get kind of on track. Where did you come from? What direction were you coming from?
Oh, I come from everywhere. You know me. I just hang out here. There's a creek not too long from here. Pick me up some crawdaddies over here. So I'm just gonna go, just heading on back out. There's no telling where I'm gonna end up. So I see a lot of you folks coming out from the big city. What's going on over there?
You didn't hear all of the craziness. You didn't see the smoke and all the... Was this a fever dream? What happened?
I think this part was real, yes.
This part was real, yes. Right?
Yes.
You didn't see
Indeed.
all of the crazy destruction and the humongous dragon and all that.
Have you heard any interesting rumors about any dangerous folk about recently?
So he locked onto Fox and completely puzzled and dumbfounded, and he's like, "Dragons? There ain't no dragons in Lithos." I mean that's why people come down here, silly, so because they don't gotta worry about the goings-ons of dragons. Dragons.
Are we able to see the mountain from here? Is there too much tree cover?
Yeah, it's probably a little too much from that perspective. You can't necessarily see it, and even if you did, you'd probably have to, you'd have to really be kind of looking through there.
What cardinal direction is the mountain from where we are?
So, in general, it's behind you guys. So at this part, it'd be farther east, because you guys are starting to head to the west. So you guys, again, you probably could see it if you kind of pick out through the trees, but it's not that easy to see.
Okay. Well, I would kind of peek out from the group, and I'd say, you should check out there's a mountain east of his.
Yeah, no, I heard about that one. That's for sure.
That's where the That's where the dragon
Dragons.
flew into.
Dragons. Yeah. Okay. I mean, guess I'm not the only one who's been in the mushrooms. Right? You know what I'm talking about. And points to Arlo and obviously probably another druid kind. It's like, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, well, okay. Well, you guys have fun with your dragons. Okay. I'm gonna just. Well, look at the time, I'm going to keep on, I'm going to keep on keeping on. Well, I hope you guys stay safe out there, and I'm going to go cook me up some crow daddies and whatnot.
What was your name, sir?
Oh, my name? Well, most people, they call me Jeremiah. You can call me Jerry. People call me Jerry. You can call me Jerry. So, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go on getting out of here. I'm going to go, okay? Dragons, okay? So, yeah. You guys be safe, and maybe I'll see you around if you guys hang out in these parts.
Be safe as
you
well.
But you don't got to worry about old Jerry here. Okay, you guys have fun now. So this elvish druid, he go ahead and takes his sack of crawdaddies, and he just keeps going in the direction, and you just kind of hear him mumbling to himself, "Fucking dragons, okay, whatever." So he clearly. Whether he believes you or not is it may be apparent, but yeah, the idea of dragons in this area is quite out of the ordinary, if not far-fetched. So what do you guys do? Are you guys gonna keep heading in the direction that Fayal suggests, or?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
The baby told us to go
Right.
west.
Okay.
Oh shit! I can't be around those people. I'm telling you, it's like it all comes back.
Yeah.
Is this the cultural norm?
Sorry.
Is
What?
it the way that you speak? Do you speak like
Well,
Jerry?
no, I've been trying to spend my time outside of that.
It's
that,
quite
that
endearing.
I appreciate it, but I feel like everybody kind of looks down on me whenever I guess just try to cover that up. Let's just keep on keeping on. Yeah.
Well, you could just be who you are. It's okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. I don't know. Let's get to know each other a little better. Maybe we'll see. We'll see.
All right. As we are continuing to the west, Lukthaen, give me a perception check.
Is this not something my hawk would be privy to?
It could be. How long have you had your hawk?
So, like, how long has it been, like, summoned or in general?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see.
And does your hawk have memories? Is it,
Yes,
because I know...
Hawk?
Yeah. So I have named my hawk, which means he's important.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reading.
So this is probably a spell that I found in my master's collection.
Okay.
And was probably teaching myself, like, just on the side.
Okay.
Probably might have been one of the first rituals I ever learned how to cast.
Okay, very good. So you have had it since your departure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and probably this is like I didn't have any friends or anything. I was basically born and bred in captivity.
Yeah.
Effectively. So this hawk, which he can take other forms and probably has, but it's been my buddy, my little companion for quite a while.
So, just a little character, I guess a little more info on your character. Would he have ever been let out of, like, did you ever actually physically leave?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe like on the grounds.
Okay, that's what I wanted to.
Really adopted the darkness.
Right.
The
Okay.
thing was born to it.
So it'll. Okay. So it'll still make sense. That's fine.
All right.
So go ahead and give me those perception checks, whether it's you and or what was his name again?
It's Romerhen.
Ramaran.
Yeah, it's an amalgamation of a couple of different words in Elvish, but it's Ramarhen.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Go
Go ahead and give me those perception checks.
Yeah, so he got a 19.
Very good.
Luke got a 13.
Not bad, not bad. Okay. So, with that being said, since your character, anytime he did leave the Wizard's Tower, stayed pretty close to the grounds, and at a certain point, as we are heading in this direction, this area of the forest is starting to look familiar to you. So you all know if you continue this way, you are probably going to encounter your Wizard's Tower that you have not seen or heard from in the past 2 months since you were originally asked to leave.
I'm gonna sidle over towards Fox, and I'm gonna.
You guys, can we take a quick, just breath, real quick? I need to ask the young one a question. I'm gonna address Fayal and say, do we have to keep going this way? Is there another path?
So, and how do you have you're just kind of have him
just kind of gone like that, and now he's on my hip.
all right. So, what he does is he kind of again just kind of like the kind of pushing away from you to try to let him down.
I learned
to let him down, and the little stick that he picked up to kind of use as a staff, he kind of walks forward a few steps, and he just kind of and then of course he responds to you telepathically, of course, and he speaks to you and he says, "What I feel, it is this way."
Do we all hear that, or just Lukthaen?
Well, he would normally. So let me just go ahead and paint this, or establish this. When we're together, he would normally address everyone.
Mm-hmm.
If it's nothing too personal, or if they don't explicitly say, "Hey, I don't need anyone else to know that," whatever. So in general, he would normally be allowing everyone to hear, but he's obviously directly answering his question.
Okay.
Right.
So I address the group and I say, I grew up a bit a ways ahead, and the last time I was in this area, I witnessed a great battle, and I lost my home, and I'm not sure what we will encounter if we proceed forward this way.
It seems to me that capable people such as ourselves, and with the Fayal guiding us, this is whatever we need to guide Fayal to is in that direction.
And
I think
here.
we're capable of handling that.
How are you feeling, though?
Aust, I do not, Sir Aust, excuse me, I do not question your merit as an adventurer and as a warrior, but my master was incredibly powerful, and she had her residence sacked by these individuals. So, if we do proceed, I would say that we must do so with an abundance of caution and keep your wits about you.
I think that's fair enough. Well, with we would know your Hawk's name, yeah.
I don't know that I would have said it.
That there was one, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we would know that there's a hawk, maybe.
There
No?
is a
Yeah.
hawk, but
Yeah.
not
Maybe we
necessarily.
wouldn't recognize that it's your hawk. Well, there, lass. You seem like you're quite capable of tracking and getting through areas such as this, if not unseen, unheard, and quite stealthily. And if you would guide us through, perhaps, and make sure that we don't come across any traps or anything that we don't want to necessarily beings of power that we don't want to handle at this time. Is that fair enough, Lukthaen?
Yes. Yes.
I'm happy to do so, but I mean, check in with me. Let's see.
Yes, and I will have my familiar scout ahead a bit as well.
Is that what it is?
Yes, he is a summoned creature.
Can you do tricks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll
Of course.
How fun. That's awesome. I love that. I never trained anything like that. But yeah, no, I'm happy to. I'm happy to. Go ahead and lead. It is my favorite terrain, so.
Indeed. Indeed.
Indeed.
So,
Forestry?
Yes.
What?
so just mechanically speaking, actually not even mechanically, flavor-wise, when your hawk is out and about, is it like drone style? You kind of like see what they see, or?
So there's actual mechanics behind this. So I have to basically, as an action, I can take on the sense of the hawk is my own perception, but I lose my own facilities.
Yeah.
So I would have to like put a hand on it like an ally, basically, because I can't see when I'm perceiving through the hawk's vision.
Got it.
And then there is a range of communication that I have. I can communicate with it telepathically when I'm with 100 feet. It can fly wherever it wants to. I don't like sever the connection or lose the spell or anything like that. But in order for me to be able to communicate with it, it can only be 100 feet.
So typically you can tell when it's beyond that range. It's just like, oh, he's busy right now.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yep.
cool.
That's really cool.
So so you guys are moving forward. Yes, you all make your way in this direction. As you get closer and closer, you begin to see the tower, or at least where the tower normally is, or at least in this case, what is left of it. What you see is now. I'm gonna take some DM liberties here.
Yeah.
What I imagine that the tower to be is probably not very tall. Probably no more than like 3 stories. Because she probably never wanted it to go much beyond the top of the tree line, so that way you can't easily just see it, right? You have to know where you're looking, know where you're going, or be flying directly over it. So I think from a strategic standpoint, she probably intentionally didn't have it too tall. So I'm thinking maybe about 3 stories. So as you get to this location, what you see is not a tower at all. In fact, it is a very large pile of brick and stone in a place where a tower used to be. The thing that you do see, however, is a doorway on the, along the ground floor, as it were, that is still completely upright. It has, a stone frame, small remnants of wall left, but strangely, this door is still standing. It is probably if you want to call it a rear entrance, if it had a front or a back door, this is probably a back door that you probably didn't realize was actually there during your time there. Again, your master never let you out of the wizard's tower very often. You probably didn't go that far, and probably not for very long. So it's not like you got to poke around and investigate and figure things out, despite your likely very curious mind. And despite the initiative that you had for some self-training, you did as little as possible to upset your master. So this is probably a part of the building that you didn't actually know existed. Fox, give me a perception check with advantage.
It's gonna be an 8.
Okay, well, with an 8, you know that's something. There's something to you, even though you have never been here before. To you, there's something familiar. You don't know. Is it maybe it's something in the air? Maybe a smell or something. But there's something in this area around the door that is also familiar to you. So, what all would you like to do?
Well,
I think yeah.
yeah, when I see my home reduced to rubble, I kind of just involuntarily drop to my knees, and I'm just staring at it. And after a sec, I probably would, realizing that I'm with others, I would say, this was my home for the better part of the last 40 years. It is no more. I'm like Jerry. I'm a man of the wood now, I guess. Kind of just press up on my knees and kind of stand up and kind of dust myself off. Well, it seems quiet. Would you all care to investigate?
I know this is probably really hard for you.
Yes, I'm trying not to think about it.
Yeah. Are you're okay with going?
No, let's go.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to try to approach the door because there's just, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but yeah, I feel like we gotta take a look. Are you sure you're good?
Yeah, I think Remmerhan actually would fly down and probably perch himself on my shoulder. Kind of give you guys the side eye.
Right.
And
Well, if we need to investigate, then I'll take the lead through the door, if you don't mind.
by all means. I forgive me. I wish I could tell you more about what we are going to encounter, but I was somewhat limited in my domain. There was only certain areas that the master would allow me to be.
And you're not familiar what could be through this door here?
Unfortunately not.
But you saw what attacked the tower and everything? Or was it? No.
Yes.
Yeah. And it wasn't those guys back there.
And it wasn't a dragon.
It was not a dragon.
Okay. Well.
Well, I'm going to go up to the door and attempt to open it.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay. How do you do that?
I'm just going to try the door handle.
Okay. All right. Door handle opens. Click. And it starts to open.
Great. I'll walk through the door.
Just walk through the door. Okay. So, when the door opens, again, kind of unbelievably, the door isn't necessarily attached to anything. It almost seems like an completely upright door. But the pile of rubble behind it, it would suggest it doesn't go anywhere. But when you open the door, you see stairs that go down. So, what would you like to do?
It appears that I found a basement of some sorts. Let's carry forth.
Lukthaen, does this look familiar to you?
Is it dark?
It's a little dark. I mean, other than, it's still daytime. It's still daylight outside, so your eyes aren't quite adjusted to, the shadow and the darkness that's going on in there. So it's a little dark right now. You probably only catch whatever daylight is actually filling in.
Is it obvious to me that this is like the space for this basement area shouldn't actually be there? Like, as you said, it's kind of behind a pile of rubble.
Yeah, exactly. So it would probably go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
9. I'm frazzled.
Okay. Yeah. You're not sure. You're not sure why this door seems to be standing on its own. That actually goes somewhere. So
I'm not familiar with it. No.
Yeah, you don't know where this goes.
It doesn't look like it should.
You weren't aware of this place when you lived here.
Certainly not.
Okay. All right.
okay. So you guys just going? Are you just gonna chonk in, or?
That's what I do.
Okay. chonk in. There you go. So you're going first. What's our order here?
Probably go second.
Second.
I'll go third with the baby.
Okay. Okay. So you go down there, and Lukthaen, what?
I'll be bringing up the rear. I will be checking behind us.
Of course.
periodically.
Naturally. All right. So, as you all start making your way down, it's only a single story down, so at least one floor of basement that you're aware of. When you get down, it's just a straight set of stairs. But what you see as soon as you get down there, there actually does seem to be a little bit of firelight, maybe some torches along the wall. So you can see a little bit as your eyes finally adjust. And you guys close the door behind you. You leave it open.
I would have closed it.
Right. So as you close the door, your eyes start to adjust. You start picking up on the firelight, and the first thing that you guys see is the room is only probably about 30 feet wide, but on either side of the from the stairs, what you see three pedestals, I guess you could say, of there is 6 statues, or what's left of some statues. Some of them have been completely reduced to just a pile of dust. Some of them are nearly complete with, maybe the head is cut off of it or something. But you see these 6 statues, 3 on each side, and then there's 2 more kind of in the middle. So there's 8 total. And again, all these different statues in varying degrees of wear or destruction. As you guys kind of, it's almost like it's forming, kind of like a U shape around the door. So as you guys make your way down there and get into this little area, that's, I guess you could say, you are surrounded by these statues with just a straight path through it.
Do I recognize the statues? Like, are they deities? Are they?
Go ahead and give me an investigation. So all these statues have been defaced, destroyed to some extent.
Right.
So you might have to look at a little more detail to see what it might actually be.
Can I make that check as well?
Absolutely.
It's 15.
15?
14.
14? 4.
11.
Okay. So it's obvious for most of you, it's pretty tough to tell what what statues these used to be. But Aust, as you get a little bit closer, originally, these statues probably had a lot of great detail. But you found one of them that isn't worn down quite as much. Again, the head is probably gone. But as you get closer, you see, they're all some type of fighter or soldier or something like that. They all had weapons and stuff like that. But as you get closer to take a look, you see that their hands were more claw-like, and their skin probably was more like scales. So, with the 15, you can probably guess that maybe these were statues of dragonborn soldiers. So, currently, only Aust is kind of making that, that assessment, since no one else rolled that high. What would you like to do with that information?
So I would like to speak with Fayal, and so I'm going to turn to Fayal, and I understand you are very young, but were you imparted with any of the knowledge of your forebears? Any legends or myths of them?
Of course. Although I do have ancestral memory, it is still a bit lacking. It still has plenty of plot holes. And he tries to. So again, if you picked him up, he's trying to worm his way out again, and he's going up to maybe the one that you were looking at, or the ones that are a little bit more complete. He's trying to look at each of them. It's like, This place, however, I'm not quite familiar with.
Interesting. And so then I relay the information to the party about how I think that these are some kind of remnant or of dragonborn warriors.
Very good, very good. Everyone, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Solid 6 over here.
Same.
Strong.
Ramarhan got a 20.
Whoa!
I got an 11.
Okay, so with the amount of light that you have in here so far, you really can't see currently much farther past the statues that you guys are scoping out. This room probably does go another 30-ish feet back past that, and apparently only Lukthaen knows. He is getting a sense of he's hearing some scuttling, some scratching around, and maybe even some slight little voices. Actually, you get advantage, so you get to roll again.
Okay, that's a 19.
Okay. The faint hint of it that you had before you entered, it's definitely hitting you now. These are probably some kobolds, or other dragon folk of that type. Again, you kind of hear the scuttling, and it sounds like it's getting closer. Everyone, let's go ahead and roll some initiative. So, Fox, what do you
13.
got? Fox is 13. All right. What do you got?
Oh, solid 6.
Solid 6.
This die is one bad roll away from getting retired for the session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Lukthaen, what we got?
So Lukthaen acts on 20.
Okay.
Ramarhan acts on 13.
Based on the scuttling that you guys hear, Fox, you are pretty sure that this is some kobold technology going on here. But I mean, what makes sense? Lukthaen was the only one that picked on that. Well, the only other one who picked up on it. Lukthaen gets to go first. So what happens is, what you guys see from in between the statues that you guys are checking out, what you get is 4 kobold critters coming through between the statues on one side, and you get 4 more coming in on another one. but Lukthaen gets to go first. So they are jumping in through they're trying to ambush you, but you guys were able to kind of pick up on them just in time.
Gotcha.
So they're not going to get the advantage.
Yeah.
In fact, so you get to go first.
Okay. Then if I see one, I'm gonna go ahead and whoever's closest towards us, I'm gonna target with spell Firebolt.
Okay, and that's a single target.
Yeah.
Okay,
19 to hit.
that will hit.
4 fire damage.
Okay, 4 fire damage. So you hit one. So one of them is. So most of them they'll have like little short swords and stuff like that. So yeah, one of them comes down to you and they're gonna try to pick you up, and you blast him with a firebolt. It blasts him. He's not dead yet, but he was not happy about it. So you did some damage to one of them, and that one is, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna go ahead and try to attack you. So he's going to use his a dagger, not even a short sword, a dagger. And that is going to be a 17 plus 4.
Oh yes.
All right, so he is going to go ahead and do, what is that one for? So that is going to be 3 plus 2, so that's 5 damage to you. So that's going to be some piercing damage to you. He's like, yeah. So these kobolds, they're not tall, they're probably only about 3 feet tall. So he's just like, oh yeah, fuck you, and he takes a little dagger, stabs you into your into your leg. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? So again, there are 8 of them. Another one that was right next to him is also gonna go ahead and attack. Attack you for that is an @1, so that's not going to do anything. So we've got okay. So one of them is going at 2 of them are going after Aust. One of them rolls a 17 plus 4, so that's gonna hit.
That's gonna hit for sure, yeah.
So that is gonna be another. So that is gonna be 4 damage, 4 piercing damage. We got 2 more that are probably going after Fox. 14 plus 4. That's the only one that's going to beat it. Yeah. So another one rolls to attack you. That's 2 plus 2, so that's 4 piercing damage to you. And then 2 more, because symmetry, 2 more going for... Both of those are 12 plus 4, 16 against Arlo. Does that...
Yeah.
Maybe if I use the actual sheets that I wrote. Okay, so both of those hit.
Yes.
Whoops. That is a 2 plus 2 and a 4 plus 2. So 10 damage total. Let me get this other dice. So 10 piercing damage total. Now, Rom goes next.
Okay. Rom is actually going to fly over towards Sir Aust and start pecking at the feet of one of the kobolds that is engaged with him.
Okay.
And give the help action.
Got it.
So the next attack you make will be at
With
advantage.
advantage. Vincent,
Mhm.
how much damage did I take?
I think that was 10 total.
Okay.
Oh, we got swiped twice, huh?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Both of those end up hitting. All right. Fox, you're up, Slugger.
Great. I'm going to hit the ones close to this guy.
Uh-huh.
Hunter's Mark. Set down one of them, and then I'm going to use my...
So if she positions herself right, can she get advantage on the attack?
She should get advantage anyway because this is your favorite enemy.
So I got 21.
Nice. Not crit, just
No, not
Okay.
crit. Yeah. So then that's going to be D6 and D8. So that's going to be 8 damage.
So here's what happens. The 2 that are attacking Luke, you get both of them, or you're focusing on one, but right as you loose that arrow, that other one steps right in the path, goes through the head of one and into the other, and you take out 2 of them.
Bro.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Because that was enough. Because the damage was enough to take out both of them.
Love it.
So now it is Arlo's turn. Arlo got pretty jucked up to let that.
Yeah, so I didn't like that. So I'm a wild shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The druid equivalent of rage.
No, I'm gonna turn into a giant brown bear. Well, a brown bear, and
Just a basic brown bear, not
To a kobold.
it's a different yeah, still. And then I'm gonna attack at both of the ones that are well. First, one of the guys that's near.
naturally.
10.
10 does not hit.
Okay, that was the first one. And neither does the second one.
All right,
Great.
sounds good. So you bear out. You take your 2 claw attacks, and because they're so much smaller, and now you're so much bigger, you just kind of they're easily able to kind of duck and dodge. Right, the 5Ds at dodgeball, right?
Yes.
So that means Aust, you are now up.
All right, so then I'm going to take my glaive and swing at the guy that attacked me and hit me.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, it's 2 16s. How about that?
Natural.
So let's see. And that is going to be 13 damage.
Nice. So these 2 that are trying to pick you up, you take your step back with your glaive, and just baseball swing it, and you knock the heads off of these 2, and they both go down.
Yeah.
So you're able. Their heads pop off. You know, kobold blood splatters all over the place. It is a great time for everyone.
Great. And then I want to do a bonus action, compelled duel on one of the remaining guys.
Okay.
Just for fun. And so that is going to be a DC 13 Wisdom save.
All right. Oh, not exactly high wisdom. That is a 7 minus 2.
Oh.
So that is going to work. What does that do exactly?
So on a failed save, the creature is drawn to me, compelled by my divine demand.
Uh-huh.
For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me, and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from me.
Sure.
Let's see here. The spell ends if I attack any other creature, if I cast a spell that targets a hostile creature other than the target, or if a creature friendly to me damages the target or casts a harmful spell on it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. So you just and that's a single target?
Yeah.
So, okay. So that one, you're able to, essentially, you're able to compel this person, this kobold critter, to target you instead. So he's like, he looks right at you, it's just like this little crazed look, and he starts booking it after you. So that is back up to Lukthaen.
Okay, so there were 2 engaged with me that Fox took care of.
Right.
2 engaged with Aust that Aust took care of.
Right.
There's still 2 engaged with my bear buddy. And then where are the other 2 that are
And then the
alive?
other 2 were attacking Fox.
Okay.
So they were still also in, I guess you could say, kind of that like the front right corner where Aust and Fox were. And you compelled one of.
Actually, I want to compel. I want to compel
yeah.
one of the ones attack because those are going to be the closest ones. So I want
Right.
to compel one of those.
And
to
so Arlo is in the middle, duking it out with his 2. You called one critter over, so now there's 1 kobold near Aust, 1 near Fox, 2 near Arlo.
Okay. Have I seen any of them take any damage? Or have all the ones that took damage been
The only ones who did take damage are now dead.
Okay. I am going to cast Magic Missile,
Okay.
and it gives me 3 bursts of force energy.
Yep.
And I'm going to target the 2 engaged with Fox and one of the ones engaged with my druid friend.
Actually, that is currently backwards. Right now, she only has one because one was compelled to go.
Compelled one to duel.
Okay.
So 1, and 2.
Okay, 1 and 2.
Got it.
And we decided that they'd all be rolled individually.
Correct.
Okay.
That is what you wanted.
Yeah.
And that is what you will get.
All right. So the one engaged with Fox will take 4 force damage.
Okay. It hits him. He still doesn't. Does it have any other conditions? Does it knock down or anything? Or
Nope.
anything?
It's just straight up force damage.
Okay.
It doesn't,
So that hurts. He's still standing though.
Okay. And then the first one for Arlo is 3 damage. And then the other one engaged with Arlo is 3 damage as well. So we just took
Okay.
force damage.
Got it. All
I'm just gonna maintain my position.
got it.
Try not to die.
Yep. So the one who was compelled is going to go ahead and go after Aust, the one that didn't get hit. So he is going to you with an at 20.
Okay. Pause. Literally. So, I took a hit from one of these guys, and I know I'm a wizard. I don't wear armor, but I'm like, I'm not good. I'm like bloodied. Oof. So, and I know that he's my muscle, and so something in me just says, protect this person, and then I kind of haunch down, and my eyes close. And the last like 6 seconds or so kind of like back in my brain. So I'm using my special ability Chrono Shift. As a reaction, after you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can force the creature to re-roll. You make this decision after you see whether the roll succeeds or fails. The target must use the result of the second roll.
So, I made sure to be very, very aware of that. So, because it's a cool thing, right? Because it could be clutch sometimes, right? Yeah. So yeah, you see the critter that he purposefully called to come attack him. Mm-hmm. You're gonna take that from him. So he's coming after him, and then you just like kind of just see it like bullet time. He just stops, and then he starts going backwards, and then like Ace Ventura style, so like and then he's going back at him again. He's going back at him again for a 6. 6 plus 4 is 10, so that misses. So clutch move. That bullet time, it goes back, and then he misses this time completely altogether. And then we got the 2 that are gonna go after Arlo. Let's see. What is your AC? So 12 plus 4, so 16. One dagger is gonna hit you for 6 damage. So that is that's 1 hit on you, and then the one going after Fox is going to go. That is a 15 plus 4, 19 to hit, and then that is going to also be 4 plus 2 for 6 damage. Now it is Fox's turn.
Okay. So I'm going to transfer my Hunter's Mark. So there's still 2 on Arlo.
Correct.
We're going to go for 101s.
Okay.
Okay. And then still advantage, is that right?
Naturally, yes.
Oh, so that was
Well,
one
would you
question
have?
that I had.
Would it cancel out the advantage because she has an enemy attacking her within 5 feet? She's using a ranged weapon against another. That would typically impose.
That
would typically impose disadvantage.
That is a good point, actually. Yeah, because of your ranged weapon, that would. But because this is one of your favorite enemies, you would get advantage. So yes, it's a good call. Okay. So if you wanted to attack this kobold specifically, you would be able to. You'd just be able to do a straight roll, and
do you have a dagger?
You could always short sword.
Yeah.
Short sword the one right next to you. Transfer Hunter's Mark to there. Don't you have like short sword or something?
I do, but is that how?
So you could always transfer instead of transferring to that one, transfer your hunter's mark to someone attacking you and then attack with a short sword.
Oh yeah, for some reason I thought it was just ranged weapons with hunter's mark. But
I think it's any martial weapon.
It is. It's just a weapon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Yeah. So I will do that. One question that I did have for the DM, and I was because these are my favorite enemies, and I had made that change after I had established my languages and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I had put Goblin because I wasn't sure what
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was. Can I switch it to Dracon?
Yeah, I think.
Because
I think I was already assuming that. So
Okay,
yes.
I just hadn't made that change, and so
Right,
I
right,
had to- Okay, so all right, so back to sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm going to transfer the hunter's mark to one of the ones attacking Arlo.
Okay.
The one attacking you.
What?
The one attacking you, right?
No, I was going for the one.
Well,
Him. He's. Oh wait.
You're gonna
yeah,
give
no.
yourself disadvantage.
well, you're gonna have no. It would just
Yeah,
typically it would just
it
cancel.
would
It just cancel out.
anyway.
Just be a roll of
You
If
d20.
the other one attacking me, right?
You
Is
would-
that still in front of me?
Well,
With
no.
a short
So
sword, it's not a ranged attack, which
Yeah.
means you not cancel. You're
you
not
still
giving
get
yourself disadvantage.
you still have it if you attack with
If
a
I
short
do it with it.
sword. The one right next to you, it's a favorite enemy. You only get disadvantage when you use a ranged weapon when you have an enemy within 5 feet of you.
Got it. Okay. So,
Even
yeah.
though there are plenty of examples where that shouldn't be the case.
That's yeah.
There's some real the real life Legolas's of the world, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So
yeah.
if you want to attack the one next to you with a short sword, it is still with advantage, or a straight roll with your bow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do short sword.
Got it. Okay, so let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so that's good. That's better. Yeah, yeah. 22.
Okay,
That's a good.
22 hits.
Going to beat 13.
Nice. All right. So with a 13, the one coming up right next to you, instead of knocking an arrow, you take out your short sword and just Rob Roy style. Do you guys remember that movie when he just and you just like cleaves him like right in half basically. So that's what happens. You're able to take out your short sword and just cleave this critter right in half, and he is no more. So that is now Arlo's turn.
I'm gonna attack one of those next to me.
Oh, sorry. The hawk.
Oh yes. Actually,
Which-
Ron should have gone first. Sorry, before that.
I think we decided that Fox goes, then Ron goes.
You know what? I think
We've
you're
been
right.
alternating.
I think I just
Ron
yeah.
before
I think
me
I just
last time.
I think I just fucked it up.
So
last
the only
time.
reason
think
I
it
would
just-
have not even mentioned it, but I actually want
no.
Arlo to have advantage.
Right.
on This attack.
Yeah.
So the my hawk friend is gonna fly over and start bothering, just like
Yeah.
kind of pecking at the head of one of these kobold creatures. So
Right. So that would give you advantage on
the first attack.
Okay. 14.
14 will hit.
Okay. For that attack is 5 damage.
Nice. All right. So
Okay.
real quick. So when you do that, you see the hawk buzzing around a little bit, and you're able to rear up, and that's a claw attack, right?
Yes.
And you just
Oh, bite.
right. So that guy which is it?
It's bite. That
It's
was
bite. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're able to just bite that critter's head clean off. So he is down, and then your next attack on the next one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's 21.
21. That definitely hits.
And that's another 5 damage.
Nice. So, and that is a claw attack. So,
That one is.
So with that claw, so you bite the head off of one, and then you rear back, and you just slash that guy to ribbons. And so we are back down to Aust.
Awesome. Take my glaive and swing at this last guy. And that is going to be 11.
11 does not hit. So swing and a miss on this guy, And Lukthaen is next.
Okay, I'm gonna target. That's the last remaining
Correct.
kobold, right? I'm gonna target him with a 13 to hit
13 does hit.
for 3 fire damage.
3 fire damage. All right. So that was. So this guy, this critter. I just keep saying guy. This critter trying to shank Aust, gets blasted with this firebolt. He's completely singed. All of his eyebrows are burned off. He is not the same color that he started out with. He's definitely pretty blackened, but he kind of shakes it off, and he's still in the fight. So he's gonna go ahead and go after.
He's no longer compelled to attack me.
Right, but he's still the closest one,
Correct.
and he doesn't want to go by that guy. So So that is 7 + 4. That's not gonna hit. So he misses on his dagger attack, and so now it is Fox's turn.
Okay, great. So there's one more.
No, I think mine are.
Okay.
Are mine done?
It's just
Yeah,
that
it's
Both
guy.
of
the
yours.
one
Yeah,
left,
that's the
yeah.
last one left.
Okey-doke. Gonna transfer that hunter's mark. And how far away?
At this
that one?
part, it's at least 10, maybe 10 or 15 feet away, so it shouldn't be a disadvantage.
Great. So we're gonna do that longbow. That's going to be dirty 20.
Nice.
So then 14.
Oh, jeez.
14 damage. All right.
Maxing out these rolls.
Is he still alive?
Right. So yeah, he's still kind of doing this thing, and then you're kind of essentially behind this critter at the time. So with dirty 20, you loose that arrow. It goes straight through his head so quickly he almost doesn't even realize that he is now dead.
Still twitching.
It goes all the way through. There's just a hole, and he's just
Whoa.
and he just stumbles to the ground, dead. And you guys are. Let's see what happens. So after that, what happens is go ahead and somebody roll me a perception real quick. Somebody, anybody, everybody.
He's always looking out.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
Hawk likes his new role as a fighting combatant. He has no idea what's
All
going
right.
on.
Like what?
He's still pecking at the eyes.
What are we doing? What?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
13.
13?
9.
9. Okay. So, but also with advantage. Fox also with advantage
Oh no.
because kobolds still.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So but that's still enough. What you guys hear another little scurrying farther back past all of the statues. You hear a little scurrying, and then what you see, what you're able to catch is at the end of the room. There is seems like a little doorway that leads out. You see another. You see one of these critters. Actually come out through some, from behind some piles of rubble and whatever, and go out through that door, and they seem to take like a right down the hallway that is down there, that you can surmise is down there. You guys are presently out of combat. So currently, Fox, you're the one that noticed another critter seem to escape.
Yeah, I'm running after it.
Oh, you're just gonna hoof it? Okay.
Yep.
All
I
right.
set my hunter's mark on it.
Well, he's already.
Since it's still,
Yeah, you wouldn't be. You just barely noticed it, but you didn't quite get a lock on him, as it were. So you guys are just gonna hoof it, and so Fox just starts booking it for this.
Fox just books it,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna grab Fayal and just tuck him under my arm and basically start Heisman after
Sure.
Fox. Yeah.
I will also run.
Still in bear form.
Still in bear form.
nice. Excellent.
Okay. And Lukthaen and Ron, what are they doing?
It takes me a second to even figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm still like in shock, and I just did some crazy nonsense, and I'm like, what the hell did I just do? And then I see them all start running, and I...
Right.
Thing, come!
It's not that type of situation.
Right, we're not there yet. All right. So you guys just start hoofing it. What you guys, as soon as you guys are able to get to that doorway, and you look down that, you just run. You don't try to look around or anything.
Yeah, no. I wanna get to the door and
to the door.
look. Yeah. Around. I just want to try to make sure that I catch it. And
Got
see
it.
Where it's
Okay.
going.
So you get to the doorway, and you look down the hallway where you saw that critter run, and you just barely catch. He kind of rounds the corner to the left, and then all you hear is you see a slight kind of glow or flash from the hallway, and you just hear a giant splatting noise.
Ooh.
Just this guy just
Yeah. Yep.
and so but when you look to the left in that hallway, not far, maybe about 10 feet down, you just see a bunch of rubble, a bunch of collapsed, probably some type of cave-in from when the tower above came down. That was probably the stairs that led up into the tower proper. So now you have this hallway to get down. So what would you guys like to do?
I'd like to see if there's anything else in the hallway that we need to be aware.
Okay.
Can we like?
Yeah, give me if you want to give me a perception check on that, or
Was there anything else of interest in the room since we're not rushing through the hallway?
in the room there wasn't anything else. You saw just the you saw obviously all the statues, but farther behind all those and into the corners of the room, you saw probably some little campfires and stuff like that from these kobolds, squatting on the property here. Probably, probably remnants of empty chip bags and soda cans from them camping out now. But probably whatever they did for food, all the scraps, all the of all that, all the garbage, everything. That it looked like they've been living here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've essentially been living here. You don't necessarily know how long, but these guys have definitely been camped out here for a little while. But that's really all that you see at that point.
Cool.
So, what are you guys gonna do now?
I wanted to check out the hallway because my kind of knowledge of kobolds is. And from the splatting sound, I'm assuming that was a trap that he just ran himself into. So there might be other ones that we need to be aware of.
You don't know. Okay, so you're gonna go down the hallway.
I mean, he made it that far. That's what I'm gonna tell them.
you can check
that we need
the traps, by the way.
Yeah, can I do that?
If
Try
I
that.
like, did I see him do that last corner?
I don't think you did. I think everyone's perception checks was pretty terrible. And she was the first one to the door.
Yeah.
Right? So she caught it, and you guys didn't necessarily see it. So
Okay,
maybe
I'm
up
going
to
to
you.
relay it to you guys and say we need to be really, really careful. These things I am very experienced with, and they're short, but and little, but they set a ton of traps and everything. And I'm pretty sure that this one just
Well, shouldn't he have known how to get past his own traps? It's probably more than likely it was the wizard's trap, no?
I mean
Either way.
I don't think that they're super smart either. I think that this is really, really strange. The times I've dealt with them
Either
have
way,
been very strange
either
too.
way, either way.
Okay, I want to check if there are any traps
Okay.
with my knowledge of.
So
in there.
okay, so just to clarify, you're checking traps before you go down the hallway, or you're going down the hallway? Like what? Where are you?
I think we can
I'll
go
go
at
down the
least
hallway.
as far
Yeah,
as down the
I'll
hallway.
go down the
as we
hallway
can.
to where he
Okay.
was.
So,
Ish.
as you make your way to the end of the hallway, you're going to see this anyway. As you get to the end of the hallway, as you get to the actual end before it turns, there is a plaque on the wall with some. It looks like maybe a wooden plaque with some gold text. And then as you kind of look down the hallway as it turns to the left, what you see, the hallway kind of opens up a little bit wider. You definitely see the kobold dead on the ground. Well, you see both parts of the kobold. You guys see 13 Ghosts when the guy gets split in half like long ways and he splits this way?
Yeah.
That's what you see with a kobold. You see it just kind of like peeled back. There's one part that fell forward, one part that fell back. And what you see on the floor is this large mosaic, I don't want to say it's not sculpture. Mosaic tapestry. What's the word I'm looking for?
Painting?
What, like
on the floor, it's
tile?
it's mosaic tiles that form a mural. That's what I was looking for.
I was like, it's a different.
So on the floor, it's 10 feet wide, and in 5-foot sections, you see blocks of. It paints a scene. That first seam, so in between the first and second tiles, or sections of tile, is where you see the split of that kobold. One fell forward, one fell backward.
Sorry, you said in the split? In the...
Yeah, and the seams
The seam,
between that first and that second one is where you see the kobold had split. And then again, there was also the plaque on the wall.
Yeah, I'm going to try to look at that plaque.
Okay. So it is written in common, so it's easy to read. The text on the plaque says, "Dawn breaks with stirring air, as sun shines down on new day fair. Midday blaze bakes earth and grass. The farmer waits for heat to pass. Evening cool brings water, wine, drink and laughter passing time. Night sees shining, roaring fire, as wood and coals burn on the pyre." Give me maybe an Arcana check, I guess, if somebody wants to try that.
Oh, I'm so good at that.
18.
Nice.
19.
Nice. Very nice.
Well done.
Fuck the wizard. Why don't
Right?
I got this.
Beats the two spellcasters.
Yeah.
Who needs intelligence-based casting? Fucking I sure know.
All right. So, obviously, with the stench of kobold in the air, your senses are heightened. And of course, Lukthaen, since you're privy to the type of antics and the type of cryptic writings that your master would have used, you can surmise that this is obviously some type of trap. But this text here, the way it's the way it's laid out, the way it kind of seems to pertain to the images on the tile, that this is probably some kind of key or some kind of tool that helps you cross this mosaic area.
Lukthaen just starts crying. And I'm not a good actor, so I'm not gonna.
Right,
do
I'm not gonna do it. Just praise him.
Tin onion.
Yeah, he's just like looking, and he kind of puts his hand over the text, if he can reach it without going over there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when he turns around, you guys can see.
What's
Kinda
going
sniffling
on?
It's just it's a reminder of my master and her keen word. We might die.
Keyword like
Keen.
keen.
Yes.
Word.
Always.
Safe word?
Always spoken riddles and tongues.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have an idea?
Yeah, what? I don't get it.
Oh, no, she never helped me learn these types of things.
I'm guessing.
What's the word? Can you say it out loud? I don't
Oh,
get it.
no.
I don't
You
get it. I don't
confused
know
me.
what a keen
No.
word. What are you talking about?
She's good with language. This
oh,
is very clearly.
I thought a keen word was like a term.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now, is that Kristen or is that Fox talking? Like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on either. Vincent told us that this was very clearly the work of my master.
Oh, it was the work of the. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
No,
that
sorry, I
was
did
me
not.
trying to convey that in character.
As long as the microphone caught it, we're good. Yeah, what all would you like to do?
So, I'm guessing there's 4 lines. There's 4 images. Guessing each of them is a different trap. I don't know how they would work. And clearly the first guy got split. But the first sentence does not make sense for splitting somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't really know how to break this, but... Oh, wait, I can't talk. Never mind, take all of that back.
Still in bear form.
Yep.
Unless you want
Yeah,
to,
I'm just like...
unless you want to retcon that you switched back.
So cute.
We only get so many uses per day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I'm actually I think my character's gonna take a crack at least getting the conversation going. So there's a mention of air in the first section, and earth and grass and heat in the second. Cool water, wine in the third. More shine and fire in the end. I'm wondering if we can some way conjure these effects. Maybe we can trigger the mechanism to let us pass.
Well, do you have some kind of a spell or some way to conjure a gust of wind, or?
As a matter of fact, are there who's a good boy? Are there torches on the walls near the?
Yeah,
lighting
yeah,
the way?
yeah. There's definitely, again, some torchlight. Obviously, you at least know for now that at least these kobolds were taking up shop in here. So someone has been up and down through here. So yeah, a lot of the torches are still
Okay.
or are active.
So I have access to the spell Prestidigitation, and it has a couple of effects that may be useful to us here.
Okay.
One of which is that I can instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire. So I feel like that's almost simulating like a breeze or a wind. So if I could, if there's a torch in the area of the first piece of the mosaic, that I would just target with this spell.
Okay.
And also, I have the ability to chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material, but I don't know that this would necessarily
Tastes
affect.
good.
But yeah, I'm gonna try the candle snuff as kind of like mimic the stirring air
Okay.
on the first section.
Okay. So you do that. You cast that on there, and as if someone blew out a candle, just it goes out. You know, a little stream of smoke is left as the fire itself goes out, and then you wait. You pause for a moment, and nothing happens.
Well, I've tried.
Okay.
That's really
So,
good. I do like the
now I'll go back to Arlo. Because I think I have a little bit. After I see him trying magic on it, I'm gonna try some magic myself. So, I'll be like, oh, so we're trying to solve this? And then I'll say what I said a little bit ago. And then, so I want to do on the last one, on the fire one.
Uh-huh.
I have produce flame, so I'm gonna produce it and throw it to that last
Okay.
little mosaic.
Right.
See if it does anything.
How much control do you have over that?
I can use it as an attack, so I can just throw it.
Okay. So if it's... Go ahead and give me an attack. See how well you throw it.
Okay.
See if you actually hit what you're trying to hit.
It's 14.
Okay. Yeah, so obviously it's not a moving object, but being at this point, nearly 20-ish feet away from you, since that's the fire segment is at the end of this graphic, you're able to hit it, and that flame hits it, and just kind of flares up a little bit, and there's nothing to catch fire, so it just kind of, all the flame just kind of fizzles out, and then you wait to see what happens, and nothing happens.
Okay. So now I'm getting mad. I'm gonna Storm Whip, and I'm gonna just try to whip across all of it. See what damages come to the whip.
Oh, you're just gonna kind of shoot something through?
Yeah, see if
through the space?
Yes.
Okay, so you do that. Mm-hmm. All right, so you just kind of give it a good whip. How much control do you have over that? Is it like an actual whip?
Well, it's another attack. This is a cantrip. So
Yeah. But it's just a big space of air, so you just kind of crack that whip out there. You guys all just kind of wait, and nothing happens.
Can we look and see what came up and where did the thing that sliced this kobold, where did it originate from?
Yeah.
Are we able to circumnavigate it in any way?
So go ahead and give me an investigation.
For sure. 14.
Okay. Well, again, like I was saying earlier, it does appear that the two halves of the kobold, where it was split in half, it seems to be right in line with that first seam in between the first and the second section, and it just didn't get any farther than that.
Does the seam clear from wall to wall?
Yes.
Oh, I was hoping maybe it was this 5-foot area, and we could maybe skirt around it.
So it is, and with a 14, yeah, that's about all you can directly observe.
Okay.
Since I'm now out of my bear form, how's everybody doing on health?
Oh, not great.
Okay.
I'm bloodied.
Okay. So, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna go next to them too and cast Cure Wounds. 16 for you.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's 2d8 plus 2.
Holy crap, thank you.
At level 1?
Yeah, it's 1d8.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 1d8. No, sorry. Okay, so that was an 8 and a 6. So 6, 7, 10 for you, and then 8 for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Perfect. Oh, a new woman.
Wow.
Nice.
I misread that. It's because the 2 confused me at the end.
Totally. Okay.
Okay. But, so, also, is this still that same day that we met the lady?
Yes. This
Okay,
is
so-
probably only a few hours later.
Do we wish to try to solve this riddle, or?
I think we should, because we do not want to take that much damage. Let me see the plaque again.
So at this point, I imagine that I've put in Fael on my shoulders,
Okay.
if he'd be willing to go up there. And so I'm just
Sure.
gonna kind of look up at him and be like, "Are you feeling that the sense that you're getting that we need something from this basement, or is your senses taking us away from the tower?"
Hot or cold?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, hot or cold. Yeah.
You're gonna regret giving us this plot device.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
We're never gonna make any damn decisions at all. We're just gonna ask you, is this the right way?
Fail.
Which is right. So that way no one can blame me if we're railroading. It's like, I literally asked. So again, he tries to just like kind of start climbing down. And
you can stay up there, buddy. It's okay.
He doesn't like to answer questions.
He doesn't like to talk to
yeah. and then like
he enjoys his autonomy.
And then like
to us.
and like Yoda and R2 on R2D2 style, like no, mine. No. Yeah, he tries to climb down. You're gonna just kind of hold him on there, but he's like
doesn't work.
Yeah. So yeah, he tries to climb down off of you just to kind of get a greater sense of what's going on. And again, he just kind of sniffs a little bit and kind of looks in the direction that the hallway leads, which doesn't lead very far, actually. It doesn't lead much farther beyond this. And at the end of the hall, there's just a single door that leads in. So he's able just to kind of look around and then it, again telepathically to all of you, he just says, although this wasn't originally the intention, I still feel something familiar here. And as he's saying that, he's kind of leaning forward and kind of like almost like he's feeling for something, like literally feeling for something, and he kind of feels it in that direction of whatever that room is, and he's kind of feeling something in there that is familiar to him. So it's like, although I'm not certain why we are here, there is something that calls us. But then he starts to kind of look at the tiles itself, and he just kind of starts just poking at the tiles itself. And obviously he's still pretty small. He's just kind of knocking at things with his little stick. And he just kind of looks up, and I believe this is the only way.
Thank you, Threa.
Is it that we need to walk on the places that's mentioned in the specific thing, like in the line?
We can't proceed any further without risk of being split in twain.
We can still make it into that section, though. Aren't we still like around the corner? Is that?
Yeah. So to clarify, right? You got to the end of the hall, but the next hallway starts with this tile. So you're essentially in the corner of where the two hallways meet, and you're just like, there's the hallway with the mosaics. There's the hallway you just came from. The plaque is on the wall, so you're able to sit there and just kind of mull it over.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do something a little bit crazy. I'm gonna grab that half that's facing us.
Okay.
I'm gonna retoss it across the line.
Okay.
So like I want it to like see if it splits it again.
Okay. So
wait, but toss it.
Okay.
Toss it where so dawn breaks in the first section. Break it on the dawn, and then the second section where it says midday blaze bakes the earth in grass. We want to jump to the grass.
Like, we want to parallel, diagonally throw it. Okay, no, let's try the first one first. See if that works. So I'm gonna just throw it on the sun side. So, right?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Is like, is it tile sensitive where there's safe tiles to walk on?
Okay.
You don't know.
So I'm gonna throw it across the sun part.
Across the okay.
So the top.
So across the top.
Like right here. Oh, right here.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So, give me, I guess, what? Give me a strength or an athletics check to see how well you throw it. It's not that heavy, but let's see how good you actually chuck this.
I'm gonna reroll it because I don't know what it is. Okay. 12.
Okay. You don't toss it that far, but you just take this leftover meat sack, and you try to toss it across the, I guess, like the light blue section.
Yeah.
And it splats onto the light blue area, but it doesn't quite cross the line, so it just splats in the blue area, and then nothing happens.
Okay. So now I'm gonna get on the blue area, exactly where he is.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to toss it again
But into the green area.
green area.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you step onto the light blue area, the sky, So how do you do it? You just chunk, or?
Yeah, I think I'm just. Yeah, I'm gonna. I think I would do like my foot first. So
Okay,
like
just kind of.
yeah,
Dip your toe.
Okay.
before I fully like.
Got
walk
it.
into
So you take your one step, heel toe, nothing happens, and as you slowly kind of make your way, bring your second foot down, nothing happens. And so you're gonna pick up the meat sack again,
Yes.
and you said throw it into the green.
Grass.
Is that what you
Yes,
said?
to the green.
All right, so you throw it into the green. So you're trying to just hit dead center of the green, or
What was?
Guys, I think I might have. This might have helped. The first part mentions air, so maybe the light blue is the place to be.
Yes.
And then the second section mentions earth and grass, so maybe we step there on the green.
That's
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
And then you said this already?
Yeah.
We're currently trying out.
That's what we're trying.
But
what I
instead of us stepping,
Well, I said
I'm throwing
that the lines are where the safe tiles are.
When did you say that?
Like
like
4 minutes ago.
when we started.
Right before
yeah.
you started throwing the body around.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because then I said that, and then we're like, well, how do we want to engage it? And then he just picked up the body and threw it onto the safe.
Glad to see you've recovered.
well, we have it on.
I'm with.
We have it on camera, so when I release the uncut version, we'll see. We'll see who said what when.
It's fine, Lukthaen. I'm glad you've regained your cognizance.
I'm supposed to be the smart one.
Yeah.
Right, with your +5 intelligence. So you're gonna throw the meat sack straight
The green.
dead center of the green. Okay.
No, with my proficiency.
Oh.
Give me a little.
So smack dead into the green, and you all wait. It with Arlo still in the blue paint, and nothing happens.
And I'm following Arlo as he steps into the
Okay.
next section. I follow in that section.
Again, I will tippy toe into the green,
Right.
and then
Into the
pulling
green.
it. If
And
nothing
then-
happens.
Yeah. So nothing. So you tiptoe into the green. Click click with your heels. Nothing happens.
Okay. I will go. I will throw the sack again, just
Okay.
to be sure. And then see if anything happens into the water.
Okay. So into the dark blue area.
Well, yeah.
Of the next section. Again, smack dab in the middle of it. You toss that other meat sack right into the water, and nothing happens.
Okay. I will step there.
Okay, click click. Your boots on the ground. Aust, you're
I'm still following
one to
in
one
his-
right
yeah.
behind him.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Arlo now in the water. Aust now on the grass. And now, I guess you're gonna pick up meat sack again.
Yes. And meat sack right into the fire.
Okay, now the meat sack's probably a little bigger than the fire. So, what do you, the sack, the square footage of half kobold takes up a little bit more square footage of the fire of the tiles that make
Okay.
up the fire. So
So I think if I toss him there, he's gonna touch something
he's
else.
probably gonna touch everything else.
Okay. Okay. I will
Do we just
step
risk
on the fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so you so big leap from that corner of the blue water into the and there's probably only enough space to put just both your feet.
Okay.
You put your feet in there and Nothing happens.
Nice.
Okay. So then I would jump off.
So then you
into the-
just jump into the regular stone floor.
And then
Yeah.
same.
So click, click, click. So just like hopping a couple stones through the river, you're able to you two get across the mosaic graphic. So what are you guys?
I'm gonna follow behind
Okay.
pretty confidently. I took me a sec, but I figured out what it was asking us to do, and I saw them do it. And I'm a fairly dexterous dude, so I'm just gonna light blue, green,
Nice.
dark blue, pop to the fire,
Nice.
hit the other side.
Boom.
All right. So you all get across the mosaic floor without any further incident.
I give Arlo a high five.
Nice.
I go up, but I'm
Was I go-
too late.
I don't want to touch meat sack hands. Sorry.
All right.
That's gross.
Right.
I'm okay. I'm in the meat sack again.
I didn't think about the meat
Probably have-
cats.
I verbally,
Meat sack
yeah,
hands.
appreciate.
Some of you guys probably wear gloves and stuff too. So
I've got the gauntlets.
yeah. So all right.
All good.
All right. So, the end of the hall isn't much farther. It's only about another 10 or 15 feet before you get again to another wall, and then on the left side on the left side is a doorway to the next room. What all would you like to do?
Feeling a little bit paranoid. I don't want to just open the door.
Yeah, I want to check for traps.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll.
Is that investigation? I got a 16.
Yeah, 16. Yeah.
No,
3.
three.
Arlo, no fucking idea. Aust.
Looking at meat hands.
Aust with a 16. Obviously, you could probably surmise the front door didn't have a trap. You just passed a trap. This door specifically probably doesn't have a trap.
Then I open the door.
All right,
Go to walk in.
click. All right, click, and you open the door. You just Aust rushes in, huh? So, all right.
With fail? Yeah.
Fail. Yeah, Fail. Let me pick him back up. He's on my shoulders for
Yeah,
sure.
So he is with you guys. You walk in, and this is what you see.